scheduled for one fall.
Some singles competition between big, meaty men to close out the evening. Here at Royal Crown Wrestling Emerge, coming down to the ring first, the unmistakable, the undeniable, Parker Boudreaux, the BFD Big Effin' Deal.
It is time for our main event of the evening. And it is scheduled for, it is time for our main event of the evening. And it is scheduled for one fall.
Some singles competition between big, meaty men to close out the evening. Here at Royal Crown Wrestling Emerge, coming down to the ring first, the unmistakable, the undeniable, Parker Boudreaux, the BFD Big Effin' Deal. 6'4", 300 pounds of pure, unadulterated hatred. Parker's been out and about for 3 to 4 years now, working hard across all of Mexico and Japan, but he's never forgotten or gotten rid of the names that have followed him here. The next big thing, the big fucking deal, the BFD. Parker Boudreaux was openly called the future of this industry, and you can still see it in his cold, dead eyes that he holds that future as his goddamn birthright. He spent his college years as an offensive lineman, never giving up a single sack. Colton Charles is more prepared for a big challenge, such as Parker Boudreaux, more than now than ever. The two men lock up. Big boys, neither of which finding an advantage. Parker Boudreaux is not the first man to be thrown off by the raucous reception of Colton Charles. Colton Charles baiting him in for another lockup, but Parker Boudreaux taking the advantage. It is very rare that Colton Charles is not the bigger man in the contest. Colton Charles trying to find an opening, but I don't know if there is one. Parker Boudreaux keeping calm, but the BFD is no big friendly dude. However, Colton Charles has managed to catch him in a headlock. Parker Boudreaux almost pulling off a side suplex, but Colton Charles managing to keep grounded, refusing to let things move away from this position, intent on grinding down Parker Boudreaux. Parker Boudreaux elbowing his way out of it, working over the arms into a headlock of his own. Colton Charles pushing on his head, struggling to break free. Parker Boudreaux with the face of a cold, emotionless vampire, but the BFD's not banging, fanging, and danging, especially not after coming into contact with Colton Charles. Two men sizing each other up off of the ropes, and he lets it happen. I'd like to propose something called big man theory, where the heavier your weight class as a professional wrestler, the more often you insist on demonstrating that power imbalance as directly and ostentatiously as possible. Referred to colloquially as a dick measuring contest, which we are witnessing here tonight. Both men tumbling out of the ring from that titanic, explosive impact. Quick nuclear fusion on display. Could see that spark between these two colliding masses. Now on the outside, bringing that brawl, crisp European uppercut from Parker Boudreaux. Parker Boudreaux's stomach is rumbling, but the BFD's not having a bad food day. He's hungering for meat. Colton Charles able to take that advantage back. Colton Charles slipping back into the ring. Oh my God, getting carried into the corner with ease by Parker Boudreaux. Parker Boudreaux's got him trapped, clubbing blow to the chest. And he's back, trapping him in the corner. What does he have planned? A sinister laugh from Parker Boudreaux. Oh my God. But right back on the offensive of his own. Colton Charles not letting up, not taking any time to gloat. Shoulder charge, shoulder charge. Again and again. Home field advantage playing a major role for Colton Charles as always, but perhaps he might be letting himself get too distracted. Directly into the corner post. Corner splash by Parker Boudreaux. Colton Charles cannot underestimate him. Parker Boudreaux exalted for his raw killer instinct alone. Very nearly getting the 3 count there. Colton Charles kicking out. Parker Boudreaux working hard tonight, but the BFD's not bumping for dimes. This man is putting everything into this. Doing everything he can, countering the Irish whip into a headlock, keeping the distance close for that snap suplex. Borderline a vertical one just on sheer count of the height. Not enough, 2.5. Parker Boudreaux with the killer look of one of the greats, but the BFD's no blind follower dude. He's forging his own path by his own means through raw, remorseless savagery. Colton Charles not able to connect. Oh my God! Uranagi slam from behind. Colton Charles barely getting his shoulder off of the mat. Working over the shoulders now. This is no massage. Transitioning into a dragon sleeper before chopping the chest. Efficient choking out of Colton Charles, using his muscles to his advantage, but not staying there for too long. This man wants blood. Parker Boudreaux's nose is twitching, but the BFD's no big fart detector. He's here for the kill, for the victory, for the payout. But Colton Charles fighting his way out of it. Able to land those big, heavy hands across the chin of Parker Boudreaux, able to avoid the lariat. Jabbing combination, snap, jab, snap, jab. Gotta go for the finishing blow. Rolling up, could he be going for... Rolling up again, could he be going... For rolling up again, bionic elbow. Oh my God! Followed by a disgusting lariat. Parker Boudreaux does not like being on the ground, but Colton Charles proud to bring him there again. Leg drop bulldog. That vascular leg plopping Parker Boudreaux straight down to the mat. Big steppin' on his chest. What does Colton Charles have in mind here? He's going for it. Reverse splash from the top rope. This could be it. Not enough. Parker Boudreaux. Barely getting up in time. He's preparing for something in the corner here, running in, shoulder charge. But it looks like his prior issues with stamina might be coming to harm Colton Charles. He's really breaking a sweat here, not able to get everything in on those shoulder thrusts. It might be enough. Parker Boudreaux beckoning him to the outside. He wants to get down and dirty. He does not want to keep this in the nice sterile ring. He thrives on chaos. Brawling on the outside. Back elbow from Colton Charles. Plenty of attitude being brought here between these two men. In close range to the crowd, in close proximity to the ring, not a lot of maneuvering space. Every single movement has to be calculated when you're in this close proximity to your opponent. And those repeated shoulder charges into that steel barricade really doing a number. Oh my God! Colton Charles able to avoid the corner post, only to stumble into the camera crew, getting tripped up and falling. Vicious, brawling nature of these. Two men. Is that the that was the bell? What? A double ring out? No! This match really over. These two men are still going at it, even though the referee has counted to 10. This match is already over. It is a tie match, but these two have some serious bad blood. Somebody called Taylor Swift. Raging on as a writhing mass of concerned flesh arrives. All of the men women backstage coming out to do their absolute damnedest to keep the two biggest men in the building from causing a nuclear meltdown in Marblehead, Massachusetts. The bell keeps ringing, but the BFD's not being called to a big fancy dinner. They're trying to pull him away from Colton Charles, and Colton Charles is being kept back much the same. Absolutely chaotic way to end. Show trying to wrap up the proceedings, but neither of these men want to call it here. Looking to the referee, looking to the timekeeper, looking to some sort of official decision to be made. These two being dragged away from one another. Colton Charles getting brought backstage, trying to call Parker Boudreaux. Colton Charles makes a break for it, and the two are still going at it. It is mayhem in Marblehead. The bell will not stop ringing. Colton Charles and Parker Boudreaux will not stop going for each other's throats. This one is absolutely not over. These two will fight again someday. I can bet your bottom dollar on that.
Fans, the referee's decision is a draw.
And the official verdict, this match is a draw. Parker Boudreaux is not a fan. I imagine Colton Charles isn't either, but we cannot hear from him. He has been brought backstage already. Parker Boudreaux leaving now. Thank you all very much for watching Royal Crown Wrestling emerge. The bloodthirst has taken over Marblehead, Massachusetts, as the fans are wanting them to keep going. As so do we all. And they are done, having apparently jumped Parker Boudreaux backstage. European uppercut from Parker Boudreaux. Ladies and gentlemen, it truly is mayhem in Marblehead. Colton Charles, Parker Boudreaux brawling in the audience. Audience members desperately trying to get the hell out of the way from these meat castles toppling over on top of each other. RCW may not be allowed in Marblehead again after this. The